Brief rating agencies in English. Craft a cohesive credit story. Welcome! In this micro lesson, you'll learn to present your company's credit story with clarity and confidence. Start by defining your target rating and the reason it fits. Investment grade for stable cash flows, or a higher speculative rating for growth with risk. Know your audience. Ratings analysts care about consistency, committees weigh risk tolerance, and investors ask about protection and return. Tell one story arc: what happened, where you are now, and what's next. And keep language simple. Clarity beats jargon. Precise, plain English makes complex ideas credible and memorable. Open with a headline message in one crisp sentence. Strong recurring cash flow supports a BBB rating with stable outlook. Then organize your case around 4 pillars: business, financials, risk, governance. Under each pillar, include 2 to 3 proof points, specific metrics, contracts, or trends that demonstrate reliability. Close with a clear outlook and triggers. What could lift the rating, and what could pressure it? This structure keeps analysts oriented, answers investor priorities, and ensures you never bury the lead. Explain what you do and where you lead. Example: we operate regional data centers with top 3 share in 2 countries. Show market position, diversification, and your moat. Exclusive licenses, switching costs, or network effects. Identify the cash engine. Margins, utilization, and pricing power, e.g., gross margin 42% with annual price escalators. Use concrete metrics: market share, contract length, renewal rates, churn, and customer stickiness, net revenue retention, logo retention. Tie each fact to why it supports stable, predictable cash flow. Focus on quality of earnings. How much is recurring, subscriptions, long-term contracts, versus one-off, asset sales, grants? Present leverage and coverage with trend lines: net debt, EBITDA, FFO net debt, EBITDA/interest, and whether they're improving. Detail liquidity: cash on hand, committed facilities, and a diversified funding mix across banks, bonds, and tenors. Show cash flow discipline: CapEx tied to returns, working capital cadence, and free cash flow after CapEx. The aim: convince the audience that cash generation and obligations remain balanced through cycles. List your top 3 risks, quantify them, and rank by impact and likelihood. For each, state mitigants: commodity hedges, take-or-pay contracts, geographic diversification, or insurance limits and deductibles. Present stress tests and downside cases. What happens to EBITDA, covenants, and liquidity under price shocks or demand drops? Address ESG exposures that are material and measurable. Emissions costs, water usage, data privacy incidents, and the actions reducing them. Show that you can take a punch, keep operating, and meet interest and maturities even in tough scenarios. Clarify decision rights, board composition, independent committees, and clear oversight of risk, audit, and remuneration. Describe financial controls and audit quality, external auditor, scope, and internal control testing. Commit to transparency, consistent definitions, reconciliations, and timely quarterly data. Spell out covenants and policy frameworks, leverage targets, liquidity buffers, dividend policy, and M&A hurdles. Strong governance reduces surprises, aligns management with creditors, and builds trust that numbers are reliable and policies won't change abruptly. Lead with numbers, then describe. Say, 18% EBITDA margin, expanding 120 bits per second, not healthy margins. Time box every claim. Past performance, today's status, and the next 12 to 24 months with assumptions. Add contrast and context. Compare to peers and benchmarks. Quartile ranks. Industry medians, rating medians. Flag uncertainties and rating triggers explicitly. A sustained net debt/EBITDA above 3.5x could pressure the rating. Below 2.5x with FCF positive for 4 quarters could support an upgrade. Specific, bounded language signals discipline and earns trust. Wrap with a tight rating thesis. Diversified recurring revenue, conservative leverage, and robust liquidity support a BBB rating with stable outlook. Present base, upside and downside cases with key drivers and ratios. State what would improve credit. Deleveraging, longer contracts, stronger free cash flow, and what would weaken it? Execution slippage, higher leverage, or lost customers. End with a clear ask. We welcome questions on assumptions, stress tests, and covenants. Detailed backup is available in the data room. Leave no doubt about your story or your readiness to engage.